Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles with one reason only: to help people of all walks of life to achieve their manifestation goals and keep them. Okay, all the information from me is below. Now, I want to remind everybody, because this is recent, something I introduced recently. In order to get into my coaching, you need to book a 1 hour session first. During this 1 hour session, we establish that we are a good match. This is mandatory no matter what package you choose, even for sessions. And especially if you're embarking on this journey with me, which is recommended, especially if I've never worked with you. The package that you need to book is the signature coaching package. Okay, the links are below. I recommend 2 to 3 months in this coaching. And so this is a commitment and an investment in your manifestation game. I think it's a very reasonable thing to ask. Hi, Kat. Thank you for being here. I think this is a perfectly reasonable thing to ask of anybody. This is in your best interest. um, Upon conclusion of that session, in which I totally go over everything that we need to go over, I do give you my advice. I do create a strategy. I basically answer your issue at hand. I do. Nobody has ever walked away empty-handed if they were receptive. Now, if you're not receptive, just don't worry about it. Keep clicking other channels. Keep watching other 300 million videos. I do quality work. That's the only kind of work I do in my coaching. And to do quality work, you really need to be on the same frequency. And this is becoming more and more apparent to me as my channel is growing. So do yourself a favor before you embark and before you invest this money in my coaching. Book a session, sign the coaching agreement. Of course, every single session, I mean, even one session, a standalone session, you need to sign the coaching agreement. And recently I really felt inclined and inspired, you could say, to introduce this first clause, because I don't feel some people, it's still, they still understand what I do here. I'm not a therapist. Okay, how you know you need a therapist is if you are chaotic. Quite frankly, I'm not able to work with an individual like this for obvious reasons. In this, whether or not you are in therapy, it's quite frankly irrelevant. If you are chaotic, this process becomes ever so challenging, and I don't need that in my life. I really don't. I want to work with people who are open-minded, who are receptive, who are coming to me for the very reason of me telling them how to manifest, because they haven't done so. So if you're going to disrespect me, rebuttal me, cause problems to me, understand it's going to be over in 3 fantastic seconds. Okay, so don't put yourself in this awkward position. I sympathize with people who are on this journey and under the impression that they're on a manifestation journey, but really they need a therapist. This is a real problem. You're not alone. You're under the impression that you may have done some work. If you are chaotic, if you literally cannot get a hold of yourself and conduct yourself civilly, respectfully, and rationally, my coaching is not for you. I have never said I was a therapist. Okay, so this is really, really important. um, the other thing I wanted to say was, again, to reiterate from the last live: if you are lying in coaching, first of all, I have this the sniff, the smell for lies. Okay, as an empath, I've done this for 10 years now. Excuse me, I'm adjusting my lighting so you guys can see me better. Um, I can tell if the person is lying, whether that's benevolent or ill-intended. I will pretend like I don't know that you're lying, but understand it's your life, and you're creating problems for yourself. I will make a mental note that you just lied to me and you pretended like everything's okay. Everything is not okay. Okay, so you're just basically wasting your time and money. So if you're not receptive, if you're lying, if you really need a therapist, this deal is not for you. If you're simply struggling emotionally, but really you're civilized and you're able to conduct yourself civilly and respectfully during sessions and throughout our interactions, none of this applies to you. So I don't want the two to get confused. In one case, the person doesn't have a handle on their emotions, not even a little bit. There's spirals, there's such activity going on that is turbulence. I am not equipped to help you. Just understand that. In no shape or form am I able to help you in this way. This is your journey. You need to, do the therapy thing first, and then at some point maybe arrive when you need a coach. So this is in an effort to help you, in fact, because I understand, I sympathize, I do. I've been there. I've tried to go to therapy. Unfortunately, it was not helpful to me because whatever, they just did not address the main issue with me, which at the time was with my drug addict ex-boyfriend, and nobody told me to leave. But that's a different story. It wasn't because I was chaotic, certainly not. I was just in the mode of the world is against me, and I don't know how to solve it. Not so much the world is against me, but I don't know where to start. So maybe coaching would have been good for me, but still I was kind of like my life was all over the place, and that would not have been probably a good situation. A year later, I did the work on myself, and then probably the coaching would be appropriate, but I didn't find any coaches that resonated with me. So I hope this is crystal clear. If you still have questions, the emails are below and you can ask them by all means. Otherwise, you can pre-book the session. I will discuss in session when you can start. And only upon concluding that session will you book the signature package, which I recommend. But you do need to pre-book to be in the waiting queue for my coaching for you to start. So first come, first serve. If you didn't book and you just told me verbally, this means nothing. Okay, I am so sorry. I'm just here to help people that are really ready to rock and roll. All right, so that's out of the way. The subject of today's USP story 2.0. Achieve the unattainable. And as I talked in my audio, nothing is unattainable. I just make fun of the whole fucking process because it's been really made sound impossible by a lot of coaches out there, and by all the methods and techniques and the 10,000 affirmations. I'm going to give you the gist of it. I think this is why some people, really need therapy and not coaching, is because the addiction to drama and to suffering, this automatic reaction to anything, even positive, um, this addiction to drama and suffering, it needs to completely cease. Okay. And again, this is not something a coach can do. This is very arduous and very dark and very heavy. This needs to be under control. If you're really still residing in the drama, like so much so you can bring yourself to do something, you can bring yourself even to do the homework that I give you, it's not going to work. You need to be somewhere in between. Okay, the drama needs to be somewhere in the past. Okay, there's not so much attachment. Not to say that I don't work through your history, but I work through your history with one purpose only: to understand what you're coming in and coaching with, meaning your history, your blueprint. So if you're still so like underground with these like dramatic situations and your emotions, and you're consumed by that, I can understand how some people are completely non-receptive, and that's not a good place to start. Okay, the gist of it is your addiction to drama and suffering needs to be cut. And instead, you need to make an effort, and a conscientious effort, to you yourself change the tune of your being. Now, I'm going to give it to you, and we're going to discuss. So I'll give you the synopsis, and then every golden Buddha, here's the holy grail of the golden Buddha. Ready? The gratitude list cannot be overstated, and I teach how to compose a gratitude list in an entirely different manner than people teach, and it will help you to achieve such sensational results. And I'm not exaggerating. Everything I say on my channel, I'm not fucking exaggerating. I've lived it, or I've helped somebody else accomplish this. This is how I can speak with this confidence. Okay, The gratitude list is a very, very powerful form of attracting things with lightning speed. And again, I teach how to achieve a very powerful gratitude list in my coaching. This is something you need to wake up to. Understand that if you are to achieve the unattainable, you yourself need to reside on a frequency that is in the vicinity to your fairy tale wedding, to your fairy tale romance, to your fairy tale whatever. You need to be committed like a stubborn motherfucking donkey to this frequency and this frequency only. And don't tell me, okay, that some people tell me sometimes, oh, Anna, I don't know how to get a whiff of this reality. Really? Well, it's so simple. Okay, here's the holy grail of Golden Buddha, the gratitude list. The second is, and any time of the day, you could ask yourself, what would make me happy right now? Okay, and I have some incense here. We're going to discuss this. This is the fun part for you, I guess, other than being in my classroom, of course, the free classroom. And what outcome do I want? So let me Okay, the gratitude list, it has to be, something that really excites you. So don't tell me, I don't know what the fuck excitement feels like. Don't tell me you don't know what it feels like to be in love. Don't tell me you don't know what it's like to get a large sum of money, because all of you have at some point received money, received apologies, the exes. There's some element of that already in your story. Use that shit, write it down, and be grateful. You know how actors, I was an actress at some point. Some of you that I coach, I've coached truckload of actors. Some of them are well known. They all prepare in the same way. They need to compose this world in which they reside mentally and emotionally to get into this character. And it goes to some absurd things, like they even stay in character the entirety of the filming of the film. Okay, and they speak like this person in that accent, and they wear the clothes that the person wears, literally becoming, embodying this person. And you need to do the same. This works like absolute fucking magic. You want to create magic and miracles, do this every single day, and you will literally transport yourself into this frequency, and that's this reality. Now, this cannot happen, as you can probably understand, if you're bringing the luggage of your drama trauma panorama. First of all, oh my god, so many thoughts. You see, channeling is like bombardment of thoughts, and I'm only one person with only one mouth. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to, like, say everything that is coming through. Okay, what will make me happy? So the gratitude, it has to be something that evokes real emotion out of you. It cannot be something lukewarm. It cannot be something, okay, I'm grateful. No, fuck no. You really need to write down things you're actually grateful for, things that actually um really make you, the elevation of this emotion, it has to be obvious when you read it. Now, don't read it incessantly, okay? Like some coaches will tell, oh, read it like nonstop. Read it whenever you please, after you read it in the morning. But the morning time is the optimal time to set this frequency so high that you are in that reality. In other words, when you wake up, you have the chance to insert yourself into any reality. And this is the reality of that frequency where you thank for this, that, and the other. And again, this I work on in coaching because everybody's individual. You have to compose this world for what you're grateful for, as if this, you're already living the situation. This is your world, and this is what you're grateful for. Okay, so I said enough of that, because I can say more, but in coaching, because really it's just individual. Every person, they feel in a special way about certain special things. Let's just say it like that. So this frequency has to be high up. And then throughout the day, now that you remember that you entered this frequency, remind yourself where you are, which territory you're in. Are you still in the old world whenever something happens, or are you able to transform it into something different? So if you find yourself in the tizzy, let me just recommend some incense really quick. Hi, Kat. Kat says, change the identity we identify with. Yes, I ask myself, how would such and such version of me feel about? Yes, it's how you feel, it's how you respond to things. Like, let's just say I want to manifest marriage to, well, whatever, I already did that, but you want to manifest like proposal, let's just say a proposal. Would you still be in this down feeling that perhaps some of you are today in, if you totally expected the proposal? But this world of yours is a 360 bubble, is your own custom made world in that sense. And I very much liken it to how actors get ready, and they listen to songs and dooba dooba doo, and watch old movies of that era and this and that and the other. Creating your own world is so much fucking fun, you guys. Like, it's really a lot of fun, and you need to collect literal like artifacts of this world that will represent this reality. And again, in your case, it will be completely different. So I'll give you an example. I have some, oh my god, there's so much incense here. I hope you're ready for this. I'll give you my favorites first, okay? So I talked about this brand. I'm not getting paid for it. I just wanted to recommend some really amazing incense. Nag Champa. Oops. Fucking wonderful. You guys, I'm burning it right now. Heaven. Okay, especially for girls, I feel like this is very flowery and fruity. And I also love dragon's blood. Oh, this is on another level. This smells like love. This smells like, that's it. I'm in love with my sweetheart and we're on vacation or something. Something like that. Not tropical vacation, okay? I don't like those. This also I really love. The rose. Hold on. Just rose. This is exactly what a rose smells like. There's nothing else to say. This is exactly what a rose smells like. It's so calming and so beautiful. And a couple of more. Shit, there's a lot more, but hold on. Oh, this one is also really good. They're all good, but my favorites. Hold on. Oh la la, superstar. Come on, darling. Okay. Where is it? Jake's hair is everywhere. Kama Sutra, very like warm, very homey, very beautiful. All of this is on another level. This is, and very inexpensive. Okay, and this earth element smells like belonging, like you're part of this world, like nature, trees, beautiful, like really, really beautiful. There's so much more. Hold on. They come like this, or you can buy it like this, a big one. Okay. All right, that's it. You're welcome, Slices. I better get on that website before it's sold out. Oh, and this one is also really cool, patchouli. But compared to the other ones, it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. All right, back to this. So when I burn this incense, why I brought this up? When I burn this incense, I literally have permission, as if I needed one, to go into the other worlds. This smells like something. Like one of my perfumes I bought recently is actually patchouli, Paris, by is it Givenchy? Who the fuck remembers? Anyway, it's a really it's a really beautiful. I think it's Guerlain, whatever. Patchouli Paris. That's what it's called. Look it up. Um, it's a sensational perfume. It smells like what I want to smell like going into my new world. Like everybody manifests, so am I manifesting the next, level. And this represents a person to me. I don't know how else to explain it, who has that already going on. Okay, when this has to personally resonate, this is why I'm giving this. Oh, really quick, what not to buy under no circumstances? These two. Sorry, not sorry. This particularly, no. Like no. No. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in the garbage. Sorry, not sorry. Just like I want you to avoid. Like everything else is great other than these two. This is how I've always created my character, if you will. Whenever, and there were moments in my life when I did it unwittingly, meaning like I just got inspired by a scent and different scents at different moments. But right now, like when I smell patchouli, I was like, this is me. this is me like a couple years from now, or even if I embody it, I can bring it here now, kind of deal situation. You see what I'm saying? I hope this resonates. Let me read what Kat wrote. Kat V says, I am looking at random styles and sizes of diamonds for a ring. I'm not even dating anyone, but I'm ready. So I have fun looking at pics and videos of precious gems and diamonds. Oh yeah, this is so much fun. This is exactly what I did. I chose my ring way well before I did it. And this is actually what I wanted to get into a little bit here. Thank you so much. Kat, we're so in sync. It's ridiculous. I want to get out of the habit of calling you Kat, by the way. I want to call you Katya because it's like really pretty. Katya. Maybe you should just change your screen name to Katya. Puts me in a good mood. Puts me in a mood. I love it. Yeah. It's the mood you're working with, like Neville said. It's the mood. You can wake up and I can wake up. Sometimes I have my days, all right? Somebody pissed me off or something happened, da da da. I wake up in an okay mood, not a shitty one. I never wake up in a shitty mood, but in an okay mood. And I light this incense and I'm like, forget everything. I'm good. My world is taken care of. But you see, everything that I've done for myself, I'm teaching you guys how to, even if you wake up in an iffy mood, you can turn it around just like that. Now, it doesn't have to be incense. It could be candles. It could be, I don't know. There was a moment in my life where I woke up and I watched cartoons, the old cartoons like Tom and Jerry and all this shit. Beautiful. Like this is the mood of, the childhood and being taken care of, safety and all this time. Like there was a moment in my life when I was a kid, when my parents were still together, blah, blah, blah. Everything was not fine, but it was, I was under the impression that it was. So source inspirations that make you feel on top of the world. Another example I already gave, music. Music is really powerful, and this is like I've spoken about this to my clients privately, and I'm not going to discuss the whole story, but the way that I attracted my guy was by making a playlist of love songs. I was in the middle of finalizing my divorce and this and that, and I was like, finally I'm going to be free. And well, finalizing it took a couple more years, but you know what I mean. I was in the process, and I was like, now that I'm going to be done with this, I really want to fall in love. That's what the statement was. Now falling in love feels a certain way again, and so I literally, as soon as I said that, I started creating a playlist just out of inspiration. But you see how this is what I really wanted to say. This is so easy. A child can do this. Okay? What you have to part with is your drama trauma panorama. And you have to be willing to. Some of you are so like enchanted with your drama. It's like the jaws of life won't help kind of deal. And this is where I just can't. I can't work with a person like that. I don't want to exhaust myself. It has to be, and I'm okay with putting in the work. It's not that. It's just that I can't tell you what to do. You need to be willing. You need to come on this journey knowing that, first of all, I mean well by you. This is what I do. Okay. I don't do it for money. I do it for the excitement of seeing a person graduate into some other version. I have these clients all the time. 99% of my clients are exceptional in my coaching and therefore achieve results. But if you start like polluting this experience with your resistance to change, what can I do with that? Like, seriously, what can I do with that? It's like you're going to a doctor and you're telling them what the fuck to do. It's not going to happen. It's not, you just wasted your money. Thank you very much, kind of deal. And my coaching fee is non refundable under no circumstances. So, where was I? I created the love song list. And in 11 days or 10 days or something like short like that, I met my guy. Okay, it was just I didn't go on the dating app. I didn't ask anybody for an introduction. He just walked right into my life. And at first glance, I wasn't sure if again, I wasn't desperate. I wasn't like, oh my God. No, I was like totally happy with my life. I was just like, well, now would be the convenient time for me to meet somebody. And I did. It was just like one, two, three. But when I tell you he met everything on my list that I made way before then, well, now the way I operate, I don't even make a like physical list. I make a mental list. I want this, and this. And there are certain things that I needed to later adjust, which I did. I'm not that see, the other thing is like when people really overreact to something going wrong, this hysteria, this is not helping you, darling. It's not. It's just a game. We're playing a game here of manifestation. So if you really understand that this is just a game and it's not like nothing is going to happen so tragic that you cannot turn it around. And even like if somebody passes, like that was the story that they had written for themselves. So in that sense, everything is arranged, okay? And this situation, everybody's playing this game at the same time, kind of deal. But if you want to get what you want, you need to be able to become a parallel reality efficient traveler. So focusing on things that you cannot change, like let's just say somebody passing, okay, or something happening, whatever, maybe even on the global scale, and zeroing in on that rather than giving it a good interpretation, because nothing is against you in that sense. It's there to teach you a lesson, to upgrade you, to further advance you. Okay. So fundamentally receiving the universe as your friend and just as a school and a game at the same time. Okay. That this is not a serious situation. On the other side, when I visit there, and I've been talking about it on my channel, in my sleep, I go to the other side. Like when people die and they have decisions to make, what other life, like I go there all the time. I consult with my consultants over there, this and that. Like I just saw them last night. I'm not even joking. I needed some to sort something out. You can rearrange timelines, blah blah blah. The whole world is on your side. They are so on your side. They're like helping you with everything. You can jump timelines provided you're not bogged down by your drama, just by wish alone. Just I wish for this and I jumped the timelines. Okay. So I met the guy. It was easy. It was simple. In the process, if something unexpected happens and you see some kind of other trait or something else happens, it's okay. You're still learning as a manifestor. What, are you supposed to just be perfect all the time? That shit is boring and unattainable. That's what's unattainable. But if you are dedicated for the majority of the time in your consciousness, in your soul, that this world wants the best for me, and it's as easy as getting into character and playing that music, smelling the sand, wearing those clothes, whatever, eating the food that you want. This is a creation of the 360 bubble in which things are only going according to your plan. So at any moment in the throughout the day, you can ask yourself if you feel iffy or if you don't feel iffy and you just want to make yourself happy. I'll give you a super stupid example, actually a really great example. I love Magnolia Bakery. I don't know if you guys have it anywhere else in the country, but I love it. Their carrot cake is to die for. Okay, so the other day I treated myself for with this carrot cake. It was divine. Okay, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I usually get this carrot cake like around my birthday or something like this, but this time, I was like, you know what, let me celebrate my birthday all year long. Kind of deal. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like I felt like it means celebration. Cake means celebration, and I want to be in a celebratory mood. Why? For no fucking other reason other than that's how I want to feel. But the benefit of that is that if you're in a celebratory mood, for no other reason other than the way this is how you want to feel, and this is the reality that you want to be a part of, where all your goodies are on that frequency, then all the goodies just come to you. You could just be sitting there eating your magnolia fucking cake and things just I mean, little things, but little things, little miracles make big ones happen. This one little break, this one little lucky chance, this one little whatever, whatever, and all of a sudden, like, ooh, I'm celebrating. Quiet in the comment section, huh? Mad happy. Just get mad happy. For no other reason other than that's how you want to feel. That's the kind of individual you want to be. Okay? Really. And it doesn't fucking matter who says what and what kind of problems you went through. The problems that you went through were educational. They're education only. Did you learn anything? And that's it. Learning and then discarding everything else. Just taking the lesson and discarding everything else. If I start to sit here and tell you all the gruesomeness and da da dooba 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 doo that I went through before I realized, holy shit, bananas, I'm the king of the world, I'm the golden Buddha, you're gonna be so fucking bored and tired. That's boring. But for you it must be also boring to think about it and to dwell in this energy. You need to talk it out in therapy or examine it with me in coaching and then leave it behind. You need to make do with, like, this was not against me, this was for me. This was for me. Yes, even the ugliest shit is for me. Okay, if you translate your world this way, nobody can bring you down. Nobody can bring you down. And like I said, you have to command this frequency. It's you who's going to visit this reality. The reality isn't supposed to come here. It's like some people that sometimes come into my coaching that they think that I'm supposed to change them somehow. I will guide you. There is that. I will hold your hand throughout every single fucking bit of the process, but I can't do your push-ups for you. You're gonna need to get into the groove and to really understand the power of the energy. It's not so much like the kind of work that you do. It's what evokes the emotions out of you of the celebration, because now you have what you want. You have the story, the second chance with your SP. How do you feel? Or are you still telling yourself the story that went wrong and this and that? Now the only exception that I make, as you guys probably know by now, is if they were abusive to you. I no, this is something that is not part of this conversation, because chances are once you elevate your game, you won't even want to look at this person. I promise you this. Okay, let me read some comments. Katvi, yeah, Katya, sorry. If you're in a celebratory mood, the universe gives you things to celebrate. Yes, yes. Thank you. Exactly. Hi, Anna. Yes, I am very well. Thank you for asking. Especially now that I have no haters. Are you kidding me? I am flying high. So it becomes then that anything else that feels extraneous, that doesn't feel like excitement, that doesn't feel like celebration, all this other bullshit, that the fears that they come to you and they talk to you, unemploy these motherfuckers. You're the employer. What are you doing? Unemploy these motherfuckers and be like, you have not delivered one good thing in my life. You're torturing me because you're of all you're of you are of this energy, and I don't want to be of this energy. Okay, sometimes I've likened them to like annoying neighbors or annoying relatives and this and that, but really that's energy. That's energy that you cultivated. Now whether you want to like imagine them as actual like demons, but everybody has them, whether or not you know how to manage these things. And in my case, they still sometimes show up like little beggars, and I'm like, please, we've done this already. Get the fuck out of here, kind of deal. But it's not like you're gonna be, totally like not seeing other energies or not experiencing something. It's, are you able to manage this? So as not to get involved, and are you able to look at your fears like complete fucking retards? Okay, excuse the word. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You haven't produced anything and you're still fucking talking. Shut the fuck up, okay? Already. Go get another job. Okay? You and I, we've long parted ways. Go sit in the corner kind of deal. Or just go over there somewhere. Now, once in a while, I'm telling you, we're all human. We all feel things. Once in a while, something similar will pop up. But you will catch it, you will recognize it, and you will be like, no, 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 no. I can see you kind of like peeking your eye. Oh, am I welcome still? No, no, you're not. No, you're not. You have to be determined. This is your life we're talking about. And some of you want to get married and have children. Maybe not have children, but get married. Have this guy or girl next to you. So you owe this to yourself. You have to be, again, like a motherfucking stubborn donkey. Every time I manifested something, I'm very focused when I manifest. I don't know about you guys. Um, the focus is the name of the game. If I'm zeroed in on something and I'm like, it's not so much a deadline necessarily, it's the outcome. So it's like I said, the holy grail is the gratitude. What would make me happy right now, to familiarize yourself with that happy, dreamlike fairy tale frequency and world. And what outcome do I want? In other words, now that I am feeling this frequency, now that I'm in this, like, let's just say you really happen to love this neck champa incense, and now you're feeling on top of the world. And yes, scents can do this to you. Okay, this is why it's so magical. And now that I'm in this frequency, what outcome do I want? Because before, when you were like sad and grumpy and this and that, you couldn't even entertain a solution. But now that you are in this frequency of like, ooh, I feel something magical. Okay. Then come out and say what you want. But decisions are necessary. Nobody's going to decide it for you. What you will decide will come true, though, in this energy, making decisions, making proclamations, not fucking affirmations. I'm sick of this word, because the way that people use it, the way that I understood it before coming on YouTube was completely different, may I tell you. A declaration. Okay. I have in my office, at my other desk, um, I have many declarations that, in essence, are more than declarations at this point. There are beliefs, okay, that the pillars on which my reality is constructed. But you really have to imbue it with feeling. Without feeling, without the energy of it, you can do your fucking affirmations, you can do your fucking scripting, you can do cartwheels if you wanted to. If you're not feeling like this person who is about to be proposed to, who's about to enjoy the fruits of her or his labor in this manifestation. In other words, I'm a clean slate, I'm having fun, everything was a lesson, I've learned it all, I'm grateful. Okay. As a for example, I'm sorry if I'm like turbo speed today, but this is just channeled and I'm going with it. Okay. So I'll take your questions, you can write them. I'm gonna get hi Anne, how are you? So shit, where was I? Oh, um a year after, so we talked about my drug addict ex on this channel so much, I think I'm making him a celebrity. God forbid. uh brr. But a year later, a year later after we separated, just a year later, imagine this, of me being dedicated to the self work, to really examining. I did this by myself, mind you. It was very fucking hard. This is why I'm so passionate about giving it to you, like spoon feeding it to you. What you need to do, just fucking do it, okay? And don't argue with me, most importantly. So a year later, he contacted me for something, and I felt nothing. I honestly felt nothing. I didn't feel regret. I didn't feel hate. I didn't feel, and this guy he humiliated me in front of people. He would beat me up. He would cheat on me. I mean, you name it. The ugliest of fights. Police would come. Tatapatu patu patu. Okay, you get the fucking vision. Have you got the fucking picture? It was crazy house, okay? Totally absurd. And yet in my heart there was nothing. There was completely nothing, because I just understood This was a product of my own fucking energy. And my job going forward is to not get involved with this bullshit. Even though momentarily you can get upset, momentarily you can get sidetracked and this and that. But if energetically it doesn't touch you, that's where you want to be. And that's how you know you have a clean slate. It literally has to evoke zero emotion out of you. I hope that's clear. The other thing that I really wanted to communicate last time, and I'm going to do it this time to the best of my ability. Um, I see it totally as a game, and I hope I can like impart this magical thinking, if you will, on you. And by magical, I don't mean like totally delusional. I actually mean how this is how things work. Okay. In your dream state, in your visions, in your aha moments, in your inspirations, is the laboratory of the entire fucking universe. Everything is there. Like, I hope I can explain it how I see it in my dreams. Like, I go through, it's kind of like Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, that movie, where as an architect, you're going through certain parts. Of your of certain elements of reality are available, and it doesn't have to make sense. So like, I'll give you an example. You're walking down the street and it's New York, and all of a sudden, hoopla, it's Parisian street. And then, hoopla, all of a sudden it's London. And hoopla, all of a sudden you run into your ex or whatever, some old friend, this and that. So all elements are available in that sense. And I use my dream state as totally as an inspiration. Like, what is in the laboratory there that can help me, kind of deal? What is in my aha moments that can help me manufacture, again, this world? All that I am good at, parenthesis here, as a coach, as a person myself, is in composing a reality. Be a good artist of your reality. Okay, this is why I have these metaphors like paint your reality, clean slate, blank canvas. Dubadu, you all know this. Been talking about it for like 2.5 years in these ways. Um, Parenthesis here. Okay, I'm not gonna go there here. This is how you don't copy anybody, is you don't talk like somebody else. Okay, when it becomes apparent that you talk like somebody else, it's the expression of the idea, not the idea itself. That's what's copyright protected. And I really meant to say it on my channel for the coaches. If you don't want to be caught copying somebody, number one, you need your own business structure. Number two, you need your own coaching program. Number three, you need your own analogies and expressing your own ideas in your own ways. That's how you don't copy anybody. Anyway, because registered or not, your work is copyright protected. And if it's registered, well, you're fucked. Anyway, okay, back to, I'm just saying, be original. When I see these Instagram posts, the other one I saw one, the other day I saw one. Somebody literally posted that if you want to be successful, go look at who's doing what and just mimic that. I almost fell off the chair. I was like, this is how people think today. This is how lazy you are, and you want to start a business. Forget it. Like, literally forget it. The best strategy, business strategy, is to be authentic. That's how longevity will be there, and the clients and all of that. Parenthesis closed. Katya, we need ourselves to be clear slates. I know that's sad. Katya says that is, it's literally a post on Instagram inspiring other ding dongs. Yeah, just go to the AI, type in what to do, just go mimic somebody who's doing already well. That's, listen, this is seriously, that's a recipe for legal actions up out of the wazoo and losing your reputation for good. For good. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Can't you come up with your own shit? Are you that sad? Anyway, so sad. Oh, Katya changed her screen name. I love it. Thank you, Katya. We need ourselves to be clear slates, so our person coming in will be a clear slate. Yes, thank you. That's it. It's a mirror. It's always a mirror. Like, you can sit and complain. Yeah, I'll give you that. Like, do it. You're a human being. You want to complain, you want to talk it out, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I'm all for that. Okay, as long as, again, you're doing it respectfully and there's, a continuity to your sentences, and it's not a chaos of ideas, like flooding at me. Like, let's discuss. Let's absolutely. We need to be engineers of our own mind, and we need to talk about things that really don't work so we can implement things that really do. Absolutely. But where was I with this? But when you are changing yourself, the whole world changes. Like, you no longer need to go check on social media what your SP is doing. You no longer need to ask questions. You no longer need to be timid and, oh, I hope they come back. No, they're coming back because that's the kind of mood you're in. You're dictating. Just remember this, if nothing else. You are dictating, you are ruling the entirety of your world with these characters that you either keep or discard, kind of deal. And parenthesis here, you always keep or discard by emotions. If you're feeling some type of way, some type of resentment, anger, this and that towards somebody, that's a sure sign that this person will exit the stage of your theater. Okay, so a lot of you are doing this and pretending like you don't know what you're doing. Maybe you really don't, but I'm here to tell you, if you're resenting somebody, they will go. If you're in fear of losing somebody, they will go. If you're in fear of losing money, there won't be any money. Okay. So these are the things that, like, literally, as an engineer, you need to reinstall software. And this is what I help people to do. Um, where was I? I completely forgot. I don't want drama for my partner, so I don't have drama myself. Exactly. Like, how much fun would it be to get into a relationship with you if you're still, the drama is on the tip of your tongues, or you thinking drama? How much fun are you, darling? You need to be totally happy with yourself first. I promise you this is how it works because I've been there. If you want a successful relationship, you show up successful. Don't be like, oh, my whole life is in ruins. You come and save me. I already talked about this the last live. Nobody owes you this, first of all. Why are you so lazy as to, you don't want to do things for yourself? You want somebody else to do it for you. If you want something done, do it yourself. Okay, and you'll see the reflection of it in the mirror, meaning your 360 bubble. You're responsible. It's like your garden. It's a garden of ideas, garden of impressions, garden of words, garden of incense, garden of whatever ideas, and like I said, artifacts of that reality. This is where your mind should be 24/7. Okay, 24/7. Ever had a healthy obsession like that? Like, for me, there's a couple. Research. I love research. This is why I'm so good at coaching, fashion, and a couple of other things that I don't want to discuss. Because what I have an eye for business, let's just say. These things are on my mind 24/7 because I'm constantly thinking, how can I be helpful to people? How can I create the next thing? How, this and any other, because I'm always inspired. This is your point of reference. This is your world where you inspire yourself to be in that world and only that world. If you're somewhere else entirely, know that that is not the norm. Okay, the norm is for you to have your desire. Hold on, a cat wrote something and I had this idea and I forgot. We need ourselves to be clear slates, so a person coming in will be a clear slate. Yes, I don't want drama. Okay, read that. Say nope to hope. Yeah, hope is a beggar. Fuck hope. Hoping for what? When Listen, when you know you're in charge, what the fuck are you hoping for? I hope upon a star. Okay. Let me know how that turns out. Ah, mm. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. Um, sorry, I'm checking my notes. 1 second. You gotta take the emotion out of the drama. That's the thing. Disconnecting from it, even momentarily. Something's coming at you. It's not so much that you're denying yourself feeling through it. You can feel it, and you should. That's how it goes the fastest. But at the end understand this is a fragment of a reality you don't want to be a part of anymore. Okay, so it's not so much as you picking each thought apart. It's not so much like you overanalyzing what's coming at you. Some people get, again, overreactional over something so small, which could be totally reinterpreted to your benefit. But again, it goes back to that mentality that the world is against you rather than for you. But if it anything comes through you as an emotion, that's a sure sign that you're on a frequency that has this frequency, you descended in frequency. Okay, so it's your choice, becomes your choice then. Do I want to stay in this world? Because if you stay in that world, rest assured it will play out in its full kind of like situation, in its full glory, and it will continue playing out as long as you're on that frequency. And in that sense, the universe is very fair because it assumes you understand the rules. And here are the rules. I'm giving it to you. You rule the entire world with your emotions. Start feeling like you're already engaged, like you're already married. You will be fucking married. Start feeling like your SP is on the verge of calling you up, apologizing, whatever, but people have resistance towards it again. But if you feel, if you're in that moment, you're convinced this person is turning around because I realized that I am the ruler of the universe. I'm not so much waiting for them to make up their mind to call me. No way. I'm taking the time to establish this relationship with this new version that's going to come in on different terms, which are no resentment, forgiveness, a welcoming energy rather than before, oh, you did this, but don't worry, they're going to come and apologize to you, but it will be impossible for them to come to you if you are in this energy. Like, you will be invisible to them. This is how people, they spend years and years waiting and hoping, and nothing changes because they themselves don't change. It's so simple. But the day you make up your mind to bring this SP back, they will be back. It's just one person. They don't have a free will or nothing. They only have what you're thinking about them. So in that sense, again, honesty becomes super key, super duper key. Where are you really emotionally? This is why, again, lying in coaching doesn't serve you whatsoever, because, okay, you can lie, but then what? You're perfect. Okay, bye. Kind of deal. If you're really not there, why not talk about that? Okay, you're not there. Let's get there. Let's really fucking get there. Because I know that once you're really there, you will never fucking forget that feeling. Really, never, ever are you able to forget that feeling. And as long as you allow yourself to go into that emotion, shit, I'm getting married. Shit, I know he hasn't called yet, nothing. Okay, and parenthesis here still, because I know so many people are gonna watch this and misinterpret the shit out of it. Anyway, it doesn't mean like the first phone call is gonna be like, "Hey, marry me, please." No, it's not normal. It's not natural. They're gonna probably ring you up, say, "Hey, how are you doing?" first. Maybe make amends. Maybe they're scared that you don't want them anymore. Have you even thought of that? A lot of you are so conditioned by the drama, you're thinking they don't want you. Meanwhile, they're worried about you not wanting them, because the energy doesn't lie. If you're feeling, when you're constructing your world, okay, when you did this previously unconsciously, you must have constructed it in a way where there was major resistance to something that you actually wanted. And this is a big one with people, because at the root of it all, can I tell you something, is a fear of getting exactly what you want. Why? Because you're not used to it. You're afraid of losing it again. A lot of people have that, don't know how to keep it, freaking out, and thus pushing it away. So you're saying today, let's just say, oh, I want my SP back, Anna, and this and that and the other. But inside of you, your energy tells an entirely different story. So those two, they have to come together, Okay, and then no words need to be spoken. You just be like, you know what, today I'm receiving that text, you know what, today. And it's not just a text, it's a text leading to partnership, leading to marriage, leading to whatever. Okay, but it starts with a text. So yeah, um I know when people are emailing me, for example, I can read people's thoughts. I know before they email me that they're going to email me. I know because I'm tapped into this now. You need to also develop it. Why? Because I commanded them. And now the kind of like the message back is, I'm emailing you situation. So if you've had a parent, let's just say like my mother, for example, would be ultra upset if I get my way. If I got my way, it was terrible. She was so unhappy. So she conditioned me that it was not okay to get my way. And for a while, I felt guilty if I got my way, especially if I got money. Because my dad, like I told you in the last audio that I recorded, my dad adored me the entire time. He would give me more money than my sister. Sorry, not sorry. And he spoiled me, as much as he could, especially after the divorce. Um, and she would have a real problem with that. And maybe in your life there was something similar, that somebody had like maybe you're thinking this could be one of your problems. I don't know, that somebody is going to have a real big fucking issue if you become happy suddenly. That you're going to stand out. That you're going to have to explain it. That you're going to have to pay the price. All of this is complete nonsense and bullshit. Belongs in a garbage. Okay, because what really is happening is that you're finally getting your way, which is what is supposed to happen. Getting your way when you're a benevolent person, when you're not hurting anybody, is the regular order of business. If you're not benevolent, well, good luck to you, because in that sense everything comes back, but everything multiplied. Okay, any questions, please? Wow, I've talked a lot for a straight hour. Where's my Oscar? I'm enjoying the shit out of this. Katya, I am enjoying this so much, aren't you? No haters, not one. What a miracle. I'm in another reality. I prayed for this reality. Oh my God. Now, here's the thing, really quick. The theater of reality is one deal, right? The kind of like the decorations and you being human and temporarily like feeling down is okay. Like, I just want you to be a human towards yourself. Again, what's not okay is thinking that this reality is against you. Use even the shitty things in the reality to your advantage. Be that ultimate alchemist who is not intimidated, but puts on a show in the 3D, but inside is super fucking stable. In other words, you're allowed to be human on the outside, all the while being the golden Buddha on the inside. And sometimes it's fucking entertaining. What can I tell you? I derive pleasure out of it. I don't know. You know what I mean? The theatrics of life and this and that. See, that's the attitude, the playful attitude. Make this earthly experience fucking fun for you guys, man. It's not supposed to be so depressing. It's not. It's supposed to be fucking fun. You know how much fun, like, first of all, I have like sitting here, like, stupid, right? One might say, it's not stupid to me. Smelling the incense is time well spent. Okay. If you are into art, drawing, if you are into some business, working on that, if you are into walking, like today, by the way, holy shit, bananas, the weather finally broke in New York. It's not like minus 25 degrees. I'm just joking. I'm exaggerating. The wind blowing, the snow snowing. Mary Poppins. Anyway, so today is wonderful. So if you're into walking, enjoy that. Make your life fun. And don't be like, most people, oh no, what can I do with that? Everything. Everything. Because you're on that frequency. And you will see, if you become Again, afraid that you will misinterpret some of you this. If you become about yourself, a little bit more selfish, of taking care of your frequency, of the way that you feel, everything else is so fucking easy because you're in a different reality. In that reality, everything goes your way because that's how you feel. Capiche? Katya says loving it in in all caps. I forget what else I was gonna say. I am loving the shit out of this. I really am. Mm. Anybody has a question for me, darling? So, are you afraid to get what you want? Could be one of your problems. Are you afraid to get what you want? Is it fucking scary for you to actually get what you want? It's no longer games, it's here. Are you ready? Are you mentally, emotionally able to handle and accept and keep that desire? The marriage proposal, the actual wedding, the actual relationship, the day to day business, boo ba boo. Okay, let's read. Katya, excuse me. When you're on that frequency, you find things around to do you may have not seen before. Yes. Oh, a whole different world opens up to you. A whole different world. Like the person I was when I was with my drug addict ex was total shit show. Okay? Like why would I even be there, right? But a year later, after I was so deliberate and I did this, I did I was turning 30. I was like, I don't got time like that. This is bullshit. Let's do this kind of situation. And I got on it like reading all the books, doing everything. I mean, everything all at once kind of deal. Okay? And I realized something so profound that I'm teaching here today and on this channel is that I was looking for love in all the wrong places. The love that I was seeking was within me. And when I started, like, yes, investing time and money in my business, in my well being, first and foremost, taking care of myself, of my dog, tupa tupa tu, all these, of my business, being proud of who I am. Oh my God, my life became such a fucking vacation. You don't even understand right now. It's not entirely a vacation, but all those like problems that you used to have before, they don't exist anymore. Sure, there's some like situations and maybe even a lawsuit, but you know what? I'm kind of flattered by the amount of attention I'm receiving. Just little old me over here wanted to express a couple of ideas, and people got so fucking jealous they copied me. Hello, good morning. I'm flattered. Thank you. Thank you for putting me on, for making me famous. Thank you so much. Make me more famous. You know what I mean? No, but this time, be careful because now I've got the legal structure in place. So either way, anyway, it's so funny. It's hilarious. But those things don't like everyday things that you used to struggle with before. It's like it's non-existent. It's non-existent that you don't know how to turn around a situation in one day. It's non-existent that if you focus on something with laser sharp focus, it doesn't come true within like speedy time. It doesn't exist that you cannot turn around a no into a yes. Vibrating differently. Again, use this benevolently, otherwise you're fucking yourself. You know? What can I say? Okay. Emerald Goddess. It's so funny how you mentioned actors seem to manifest really well. Neville Goddard was an actor. Yeah, for a brief moment as well. That's funny. Great point. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actors have it figured out. I have to say, the good ones, that is. Most of them, not so much. They have it figured out in that you need to embody that feeling. You need to embody that feeling. And that's kind of like, you know, uh, becoming good at that is the entire story. Becoming good at embodying a new character who, for whom the universe delivers differently. Okay. If you really want to become the master magician, it's this. But this is not psychosis. Just want to stress this. Okay. This is not like, putting on a living person or non-living person on. This is becoming a different version of yourself. Just to be clear, this is a different version of yourself that already exists. It exists. You might as well communicate, but instead of a telephone, you have frequency levels. You have your imagination. Your imagination transports you into that world, and that's not arduous. You giving yourself permission to get what you want is what's necessary, and staying there. So all these other things that may currently bother you and have no place in the new world, you need to part with them on good terms. I gave you an example. I forget if it was a video or an audio. But right before maybe a year before I started coaching or something like that, I went through a major transformation and had to really forgive a lot of people. You know, a few, four or five, okay, at that moment. Um, and you wouldn't like, you don't even understand the kind of things that followed. And it wasn't easy to forgive these people, because all of these people wanted to try something to get on over me, understand that. But once I released all that, like, my life became unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. This is why I no longer hold grudges towards anybody. I just see them as, well, you're on your journey and you're misguided, so good luck with that. It has nothing to do with me, kind of situation. It's okay to observe other people fuck up and do stupid shit and not have to get involved with it and not be always responsible. Like, you're not part of my story. That's okay. Goodbye, kind of deal. Hi, Krissa. Finally, I managed to stay awake. Oh, poor thing. So nice to watch you live. Big kiss, Krissa. Love you. Mwah. Okay. Lower. Katya says, lower vibes, show your eyes. All the lies that aren't true to your true self. Ooh, sounds like poetry. We aren't meant to be in the low frequencies. No, no way. Low frequency is like a really scary zoo. Really scary zoo. And sometimes you get a peek of how people really think and how their lives turn out. I think just from that you should learn. Like, maybe your parents, maybe somebody you've seen, etc., etc. Guys, with all my heart and all my soul, I want to inspire you to be the best versions of yourself. Truly. You don't need to reside in a lower frequency. You don't owe anybody that. You really need to know your power. You really need to know the strength that really was inserted into you before coming here. You can become a golden Buddha by accepting yourself fully and loving yourself fully and allowing yourself to be exactly who you are. When I started allowing myself to be exactly who I am, even the things that I was bullied for, ridiculed for by my ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, suddenly people started complimenting me for it. Okay, like, my ex-drug addict boyfriend would make fun of my accent, make fun of how I talk. Okay, I'm very well aware that I have a fucking accent. Like, it's no fucking mystery. But before, I used to be ashamed of that. Okay, I took speech classes and all this fucking bullshit, and now people, like, my man cannot get enough of my voice and how I speak. He's just like, please talk more. Okay, please talk more. I love the way you talk, because he talks, like a New Yorker. Anyway, so when I started accepting myself, and I'm like, there's nothing fucking wrong with me, the whole world started accepting me too, and started giving me goodies in the form of better men that I dated, better money, certainly, uh, better experiences, better mood every day. I mean, how much fun would it be to wake up and be completely fucking ecstatic? And that's, where you belong. Hold on, Catalina. Why do I remember this? Hi, Anna. I love this live too. Thank you. So inspiring. Thank you. A non-SP related question. Okay. You have an eye for business, as you said. Yes, I do. I'm having a hard time charging people for what I do for them. Okay. What do we do with that? That's a private consultation, but um you're worth gold, darling. You're made of gold. So what, you're gonna go and give away your golden Buddha status for free? Fuck no. You want a piece of me? I'm charging for it. Why do I charge people for coaching? Because I have my own take on it. I've developed something that's not available anywhere else. I put my genius in it, and this is not available anywhere, like I said. But most importantly, I'm giving my energy to you, and that's worth gold. Unlike any, this is why being authentic is so powerful, because not only do you feel like it's worth something, but also it's a no-brainer that this is made of gold because you're satisfied with it, kind of deal. If it's just a copy of something else that's already available, who the fuck wants that? We don't want Chinatown. We want Oscar de la Renta over here, kind of situation. Hold on, Catalina. I have my daily job, but I also have another thing going on that I'm passionate about, and people are willing to pay for what I offer, but I feel paralyzed. Okay, that word, you need to get rid of that word. When they ask me how much they should pay, okay, it's like this: light some incense. I'm sorry, I'm not even kidding. Um, Light some incense, get into a really powerful positive mood, and ask yourself, what do I really what should I really charge? What would make me feel like I'm not taking anything away from myself, that it's an equal transaction that you feel good about? Okay, and that's what you need to charge, because you need to respect yourself. Capiche? You remember me as I'm cat number two. Oh, cat number two. You guys, all right. Because you changed it to Catalina, so I didn't recognize you. All right, all right. Yeah, I love your comments and your energy. Okay. Hopefully this helped. You really need to go. Why do something halfway? Why give people the wrong impression that you're someone you're not? Do exactly as you please without hurting anybody. Katya. Okay, cat number, change my name to my full name. Yeah, you guys are so cute. All right. I promise you, this is the recipe, as simplistic as it sounds. The thing that you really owe yourself is to basically recognize that what you used to believe about yourself is not true. It's just not true. If it feels really bad, like right now, Catalina, you feel like, oh, I couldn't charge for what I want. That's something, an out of alignment belief, an out of alignment idea. Why not? You can charge whatever the fuck you please, quite frankly. Okay. And there's a market for that. There's a market for anything. If you hesitate to charge it, they will be hesitant too. But if you have no zero hesitation, they will have zero hesitation also. But respecting yourself is a must do. Okay. Catalina says, it does help. Thanks, Anna. You're welcome. I love your energy too. And I also love your energy, Katya. Yes. Katya is like, Katya's energy, she's like this magical fairy. Don't mess with her, but she's very like powerful, intelligent, and but she'll fuck you up if you fuck with her. Okay. Kind of like me. Am I right, Katya? Is this the right depiction? She's got magic tricks up her sleeves, but don't you dare fuck with her. Oh my god. Oh my god, this energy here, right here, guys. Literally, this feels like celebration, This feels like a massive advancement shift into the other reality. I'm so happy, guys, right now. So, to give you this experience of no bombardment of haters, I know that it was really, really tough. And it was really tough on me. I'm not gonna lie, for many reasons, but but I'm so happy right now. It's indescribable. Katya says, I just called myself a fairy yesterday, and and said, "Don't get it twisted. Fairies can be fierce." Was so funny. Katya, at this point, we're reading each other's mind. Like, that's what's up, you know? Anyway, all right, you guys. And unless you have some questions, I kind of went over my notes. I'm sure I'll have other, but this can not go on forever. So we're gonna have to stop here. All right, Katya says I know. Um, I'm sure there will be a follow-up audio, maybe like Monday, Tuesday, this and that, or a video, because I know you guys like those. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please email me. All the changes that I made to the coaching agreement are inspired by keeping things organized, keeping things clean, and making it transparent to what I deliver. Okay, because as my channel is growing, I feel like people may be confused, and that's okay. I just want to make sure I help the right people in the right way. Um, and I apologize, but if you don't fit within that criteria, I'm just not equipped to help you. Is all. It's not anything bad. I'm not saying anything bad about you or anything like that. It's just you're not there yet, and for me to it will be brutal for you to be in my coaching if you don't fit the criteria, because it will be like a rocky road. So as to avoid that for your own good, it's okay to be in a certain point of your journey as long as you're honest with yourself. And if you have any kind of like specific questions about anything in the coaching agreement or about the coaching, you are more than welcome to send me an email. But understand, yes, Katya, I was just going to say it. This is not funny anymore. We're reading each other's mind. I am advanced and I can. Uh, I am best when I work with people who are ready for me. Okay. If you're ready for me, it's going to be an extremely wonderful experience for you. Not just wonderful in the sense of pleasant, but something that will definitely quantum leap you into the parallel reality of your preference. Excuse me. And that's what I do with people, quantum leap you from one reality to another, holding hands. And today I gave you a taste of, the discussion was around how you can do this on your own, but if you want to come in coaching, obviously this is most effective, more effective. Thank you so much. Thank you, Katya. Thank you for being here. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you, Catalina, and everybody else. Until next time, ciao ciao. Big kiss and big hug. Ciao ciao.